Gentlemen, a word. Salutations all. My name is Krovax, and I'll be making my YouTube debut here. For my first installment, I'm giving my impression of Brave New World. I know I'm far from the first person to put in his 2 cents here, but it's a topic I know enough about to not sound utterly moronic. So join me as we proceed to further bludgeon this dead horse. Gentlemen, bats at the ready.
You asked for me. Here I am.
Ah, crap. I thought it was going to be the actual Captain America. I wish that would be his response, but no, that's not going to be. Which, my comment says to Sam being Captain America, I'll save that for the end of this. So, for those who have been living under a rock, the old man is Isaiah Thomas from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was basically a hard-handed copy of the Tuskegee experiment, only they claim it's how they developed the Captain America Super Soldier Serum. It was an eye roll. To those of you that have not seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I envy you. To those that have, welcome, my brothers in pain.
You want to help me? Is there anything you remember?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
I still want to know how the hell this guy would manage to get elected to president given the fact he was guilty of so many borderline war crimes when he was a general during the Incredible Hulk movie. But yeah, okay. Suspension of disbelief and all that. Let's roll with it.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
Yeah, as opposed to just throwing yourself face first into all situations, no planning or anything like that. You know, typical superhero stuff. We can do that.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
The cunning bastards made sure to fire from a slanted roof. We had no defense. Damn.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president. Your inner circle's been compromised. Let me fix it.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
Probably not the best tactic to remind the audience that, because all it's going to do is just make them notice every way he's inferior. And just on paper, he's already looking horribly inferior, because to my understanding, even in this film, he still has nothing resembling a super soldier serum in his system. So he's literally just a guy with a jetpack. He's the Rocketeer, only with a more patriotic paint job. Oh, good. Now he's a Power Ranger. Lord have mercy.
Lord. We're on the brink of war. I can't trust anyone. Nothing about this feels right.
Okay, I've heard some theories that last shot where you see him leaning over as if he's talking to somebody in that room, it's actually Steve Rogers. Now, whether or not they got Chris Evans for a cameo or a small scene, or he actually has a prominent role in this, don't know. Hasn't been confirmed. Kudos to Marvel to actually keeping that under wraps. God knows they leak information like a sieve. But again, I got a bad feeling that's just going to point out how much this guy is not Cap.
Captain America. You ever ask yourself, who's playing who?
Okay, to quote Tom Holland's Spider-Man, that thing doesn't obey the laws of physics at all. However, again, as I said, unless there's some major plot detail in this film that they've yet to divulge, he has no serum in him. So how does a guy flying near Mach 1 in one direction have the arm strength to hurl anything, let alone with enough force to disable missiles? I know, comic book movie, suspension of disbelief, but it's hard.
Someone's been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest.
I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
Okay, so Sam's getting arrested again. Oh, haven't seen that before. Let's see. Oh, looking at this shot, they're finally going to acknowledge the abomination that was the Eternals. However, I'm dying to know how they're going to explain why at least a quarter of the Earth is not underwater. And if you don't understand why I'm wondering about that, my apologies for you failing middle school physics. Okay, moving on.
Captain America caught without his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap?
You don't.
Okay. I'm going to say it right now. Somebody is going to utter the Yahtzee symbolism with the "we were just following orders." Because these writers, they just can't help themselves. They have to put it in every single time.
Even know what this is.
Since when?
Okay, so there's no surprise to anyone. Red Hulk is here. Yes, we all know. However, I'm going to say right now, they probably shouldn't have gone for a one-to-one facial recreation of Harrison Ford on the model. Granted, some similarities, yeah, that's fine. But a one-to-one copy? No, because all you do is just make Red Hulk look like a grumpy old man with a bad sunburn.
Were they red?
You want me? Come and get me!
I expect this fight to last all of 10 seconds, because, again, no super soldier serum. And while I don't know how close to the comics Red Hulk's going to be, I expect next to nothing. But if he's even remotely close to the comics, one punch and yeah, this guy's in Des Moines. If not just straight up vapor. Yep, coming out on Valentine's Day, which, I'm sorry, there are nicer ways for you to say I want to break up than taking your significant other to see this movie. So, that was a thing. First, the elephant in the room. Sam is Cap. I probably wouldn't have minded Sam getting the shield somewhere down the line, but the fact they literally leapfrogged over Bucky to get their virtue signal high five irks the shit out of me. Never mind the multiple thrown away stories of Buck trying to put the Winter Soldier behind him and live up to his best friend's legacy. They also utterly character assassinated both Bucky and Sam in that god-awful Disney Plus show. They had Sam side with outright terrorists, give grief to the guy who actually tried to apprehend them, that being John Walker, and he got character assassinated in his own right. And they conjured problems out of thin air because they had to have my race be a narrative. Neurotic, I think, said it best. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the most mean-spirited thing Disney Marvel has ever made. And the fact that the same writer for that abomination is running this, cause for concern. I won't mince words here. I expect this movie to bomb. Hard. I know they are trying to claim that the budget was only $180 million, but anyone following this stuff knows they've shot enough footage to make this movie 3 times. The only question now is if any future projects will manage to salvage what's left of the MCU, or just be additional nails for the coffin. Well, That was my first journey into the jungles of YouTube. How did I do? If you all would like to hear my takes on other topics, I'll take a like, a subscribe, a comment, or all three if you'd be so bold. Until then, this is Krovax telling you all to be good, or at least good at what you do.